I'm R.
I'm B.
In this video, we'll talk about what we experienced on day 2 of the great coronavirus scare of 2020, and also the steps that we took to get home from Europe early. So in video 1, we talked about day 1, what it was like to wake up to a you can't leave Europe ban. So this is day 2. This morning we woke up to more good news.
I had a message from one of our Airbnb hosts in Slovakia. That's where we're heading next. He asked me to confirm our reservation since there were some border restrictions in place, some new border restrictions.
By border restrictions, Slovakia had closed their borders.
The day we were going to Slovakia.
So that was a bit of a bummer.
Almost every country, including the United States, gave at least 2 days notice, but not Slovakia.
Nope, closed.
So we did some research, found out there was no way we were getting into Slovakia, and that was the plan for the rest of the vacation. That was what we were going to do.
So we decided, all right, can't go to Slovakia. We can probably go back to Vienna and figure out what our next plan of attack is. But first, we went ahead and called American Airlines again. And guess what? We got the recording again. Sorry, we're experiencing high call volume. Goodbye.
I mean, it's understandable. They had a lot going on, but it was a little hard to make decisions when you couldn't actually get a hold of anyone. We even tried our little trick of calling the Austrian line for American Airlines, but they too would not answer our phone calls.
No dice. So we packed up, checked out of our Airbnb, and caught the train from Salzburg to Vienna.
So at this point, we find ourselves homeless, no plans. We're actually kind of tired of the situation. When you wake up 2 mornings in a row to really bad news and realize that half of your trip has just been canceled, the rug pulled out from underneath you, you do kind of want to get home. But we decided to keep our options open. We were going to talk to someone at the airport, an actual person hopefully, and see what our options were. We did look at some Airbnbs. There were lots of lodging available.
Shocking.
So, yeah, we weren't necessarily worried or trying to get out immediately, but we did realize since our trip had already kind of been canceled that maybe the best course of action would be to get home if we could get home for a reasonable price.
Yes, at this point we did read up and saw that most airlines were capping their fees at 700 euro, which was probably like almost $800, 780, something like that. And you know, that's a bummer, but we figured we could probably pay that. So we went ahead and went to the Vienna airport.
We were expecting chaos and long lines. We'd read news stories about how people started lining up at dawn to try to get their flights changed and waited up to 6 hours. So we weren't really looking forward to this experience, but we were just trying to talk to somebody.
When we got inside though, it was like a ghost town.
No line, by the way. We just walked right up to this very nice, lovely lady.
Yeah, who became our hero of the trip. So she started typing in, looked up different flight things, realized she can't do anything about American Airlines, and rather than sending us away or telling us to call, she said, oh, it's no problem, and then just said, I'm going to rebook you on a different airline.
Yeah, handed our passports over. She apologized for how long it was taking, and we were a little bit like, well, we don't have anywhere to be, and you're sending us home tomorrow. Actually, she could have got us home that night, but we would have had to stay the night in the Paris airport, and that didn't sound like much fun.
As she was looking at flights to tell us how much it was going to charge, and then we could make a decision based on that. But her response was
like, no, special circumstances, no charge.
Yeah.
Maybe got lost in the translation there. I'm not sure. All we knew was we didn't have to hand over a credit card.
So this wonderful lady went ahead and took care of business for us. She handed us our passports, our one weird looking printout of type stuff that had all of our information on it, along with our new flight. The next day we would be leaving from Vienna, going to Frankfurt. From Frankfurt we would go to Denver, and then Denver to Boise. It was actually an amazing flight, very short. I don't know that we would get that flight normally because it would probably be the most expensive because it was such a short duration.
Yeah. So we spent the next little while canceling our reservations in Slovakia, trying to find a place to stay the night. For any of you that are traveling to Vienna and you need a place to stay, there is a lovely hotel right across the street. It takes less than 5 minutes to walk there.
Oh gosh, it takes like 1 minute to walk.
Very nice, very affordable.
I think it's the NH Hotel or
Yeah.
HN. Not quite sure which.
So again, we're in Vienna, we're homeless. We do now have a plan of attack, but to walk right outside there, walk across the street, find the hotel was very comforting, knowing that we're going to get right back to the airport the next day. We didn't have any issues canceling the rest of our plans, our Airbnbs. We had treatments at a spa that we had to cancel. That was unfortunate.
On my birthday.
But yes, very easy to do. So everyone was very understanding due to the situation. So it wasn't difficult. It was just really disappointing.
So we dropped off our bags at our new hotel and then caught the train back into downtown Vienna. Might as well make the most of the last night there. And it was pretty awesome, actually.
One of my best nights in Europe, I would say.
Yeah, because of the situation, I'm guessing it was a Friday night in downtown Vienna, and we were just about the only people walking around. So it was very, very quiet.
We went to the oldest restaurant in Vienna. It's the kind of place that we never would have been able to get into without a reservation.
Yeah, it had the little star on it by the guidebook, so you know that it's going to be a hot ticket item normally.
And pretty small. So we had ourselves a lovely dinner full of Austrian specialties.
And then we walked around to all of the really, really cool buildings in downtown Vienna. Saw all the statues all lit up.
Yeah, it was nice. I will mention that if we had been there during the day, we still wouldn't have been able to see anything different because everything's closed due to the virus.
Most places had a big sign on their door that said, until further notice, they were canceling all activity.
Yes. Turns out most of the shops were planning on being closed in a few days as well. So we had a good time with the limited openings that we had available to us.
So that was day 2 of what we went through when we were Americans stuck in Europe during the coronavirus outbreak of 2020.
We're going to be talking next about what it's like to go through security and customs in the US. So stay tuned for that in our next video. Please like, please subscribe, and let us know if you were stuck in Europe and had a similar situation.
Or if you have any questions for us about what you want to know, what we experienced.
Yeah.